Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another WWE predictions video for WWE Night of Champions 2025. So we're going to go and get right into it. I'm going to give you guys my predictions for all 6 current confirmed matches. I'm going to give you guys my predictions, what I think is going to go down, how I think things are going to go, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And the first matchup that is on the card is a match I don't think anybody was ever expecting to be on the show. That is Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. Now, I understand that this matchup most likely just got added because AJ and Dom got canceled, but nonetheless, a very surprising match, especially considering Karrion Kross hasn't had a single pay-per-view match in almost 3 years. But I mean, I guess it is against Sami Zayn, and the Saudi crowd loves Sami Zayn, so I think it's pretty obvious who's going to walk out with the victory, and it is going to be Sami Zayn. And I don't know where Sami Zayn goes from here, whether that's the world title now or whether it's continuing to feud with Seth Rollins. I'm really not quite sure, but I feel like this is just a quick roadblock. Obviously, maybe Karrion Kross can, sink or swim. Maybe he'll actually build himself up, but I don't see him walking out with the victory. I see Sami Zayn walking out with the victory and just kind of, going to move on from there, finally move on from Karrion Kross. Next up, another match that kind of just got added a bit out of nowhere this past Raw. Actually, I didn't even know it got announced until the following day. I'm not quite sure if I just missed something on Raw or if they didn't announce it till the next day. But it's going to be Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. And this matchup might be a little bit less unpredictable, or more unpredictable. I think people would give it credit because of the one fact, and that's because it's a street fight and Roxanne Perez could possibly get involved. But also, this is Rhea Ripley. But I'm actually going to go a bit of a left, kind of left out of field answer. I'm going to go with Raquel Rodriguez is going to win this matchup. I'm going to knock Rhea Ripley down there. I'm going to say she's going to win because of Roxanne Perez getting involved. They're going to give one half of the tag titles to Roxanne due to Liv being injured. And Raquel and Roxanne are going to be the new women's tag team champions. And it's all going to start with Roxanne Perez helping Raquel Rodriguez beat Rhea Ripley in this street fight. The third match of the 6 is one of only 2 title matches. Despite it being called, Night of Champions, there is only 2 title matches. This is one of them. It's the current United States champion, Jacob Fatu. As I said, we still don't have the Jacob Fatu figure yet. I still haven't been able to find one. They're all on back order on ringside. So we've been using this one for a little bit. But it's going to be Jacob Fatu defending his United States title against Solo Sikoa. And I really think this matchup is one of those matchups that really could have been started at SummerSlam, but WWE decided to rush it a bit. But nonetheless, I feel like we are going to have a new champion crowned here. I think Jacob Fatu is going to lose here, and there's a couple reasons why. One, I feel like maybe they're setting things up for him to win the title back at SummerSlam, or if not, to have him go straight to the world title. But if they are going to have Solo Sikoa beat Jacob Fatu, it will not be a clean victory. It will be because of the fact that we will either get JC Mateo or the rumored signing of Hikuleo. But I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to knock Jacob Fatu down here, and I'm going to officially say that I predict Solo Sikoa is going to walk out with the United States title, and he's going to beat Jacob Fatu, not only becoming the first person to pin Jacob Fatu in WWE, which would be very poetic, but also becoming the new United States champion in the process. Next up, we get to the Queen of the Ring finals between Jade Cargill and the returning Asuka. And this one, I think it's pretty obvious, or at least what my prediction is. I said it back in my Money in the Bank predictions video that I said that it is going to be Jade Cargill. I still do think it's Jade Cargill, but there's maybe a 10% chance, or at least in my mind, that Asuka could still win this, and we could get the dream match between Asuka and Io Sky at SummerSlam. But like I said, I think the plan is to have Naomi cash in on Tiffany Stratton this coming Friday after the last woman standing match of Nia Jax. Have Naomi win the title, and then have Jade versus Naomi in a WrestleMania rematch, except this time for the title and on one of the nights of SummerSlam. But if Asuka were to win, I feel like that'd be something very cool. It'd kind of be a bit shocking, because she just came back and she's already back in the title scene. But if anybody could beat Jade, I feel like it could be Asuka. But I am going to go with Jade Cargill to win this matchup and then go on to SummerSlam to eventually face the new Women's World Champion, Naomi. Following that, we do have the King of the Ring finals between the Viper, Randy Orton, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, this is definitely an interesting matchup, simply for the fact that I think a lot of people wanted this matchup to happen earlier during Cody's title reign and are a bit angry that it's happening now. But to be honest, I'm just happy we're getting Cody versus Orton, and that is for an opportunity at Cena because both guys clearly want a rematch with John Cena. However, I am going to go with Cody Rhodes on this one. I feel like this might be the easiest match to predict all night. They already did Cena versus Orton. They're not going to run it again. That was advertised as one last time. So unless they were to have Seth Rollins cash in and then they run Seth versus Orton, which I doubt they would do, I think Cody Rhodes is the safest bet here. He's going to walk into SummerSlam. Whether he beats John Cena or not, we'll have to see how they build the story there. I mean, he already pinned Cena at Money in the Bank, but as we've seen in the past of both Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa, just because you pin the champion at Money in the Bank doesn't mean that you win the title at SummerSlam. But nonetheless, I think Cody Rhodes is going to walk out with the victory, and he will face John Cena at SummerSlam. And I just realized I kind of spoiled who I was going to predict for the main event between Cena and Punk. And, I mean, obviously, I just said I think Cena's going to, win. And I think he is going to win. I think John Cena is going to beat CM Punk here in Saudi Arabia. I don't think this is Punk's moment. I don't think this is Punk's moment until at least next year. I don't see in any way that he becomes world champion this year unless he is the one to take the world title off Gunther, which I guess could happen, maybe even as quick as SummerSlam. I doubt they'll do it that fast, but I think this matchup is going to be a great one. You know, it's going to go back to the classics of their original matchup back at Money in the Bank in 2011. The pipe bomb this past Friday on SmackDown was great. Overall, just in general, I think these two guys, similar to Randy Orton versus John Cena, it's not going to be any technical classic. It's just going to be nostalgic. It's going to be entertaining, and we're just going to get a great match for John Cena's retirement tour. But overall, I do think that John Cena is going to keep the WWE title and eventually go on to face Cody Rhodes at, I'm guessing, night 2 of the now 2-night SummerSlam. And one more thing I probably should have stated a bit earlier in the video, guys, is that I am currently filming this on the Wednesday night before Night of Champions, just because I'm going to be very busy over the weekend going in to Night of Champions. So I'm going to film this a bit early. I'm pretty sure this is all the matches that we're going to get. Despite it being a Saudi show, WWE doesn't seem to want to do any more than 5 matches, so the fact we're getting 6 is definitely a bit of a surprise. Nonetheless, though, my predictions, once again, are going to be Cody Rhodes to win the King of the Ring, Jade Cargill to win the Queen of the Ring, Sami Zayn is going to beat Karrion Kross, Raquel Rodriguez is going to beat Rhea Ripley, we are going to see Solo Sikoa win the United States title, and John Cena is going to retain the WWE title. And that is going to be it for my predictions for 2025 Night of Champions. Go ahead and leave your predictions in the comments down below, guys. I thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.